Hi, my name is Colombe. Always get a lot of questions on how to start your art, how to start your illustration. I'm going to give you all my tips. It can be for character illustration, landscape illustration. This method can work on anything. Today I'm going to focus more on character illustration because this is what I mainly do. So first you're gonna need references. I always use reference on all of my work. I feel like this is so useful. And so of course you can use your imagination, but if you use reference, it's gonna make your life easier, basically. And also reference is how you learn, because when you look at something and you draw it after, your brain comprehends it more and then you're more able to draw it after. Like for example, if you draw a nose like 5 times with references, I'm pretty sure in the 6th times you can just put the references away and you're gonna manage to do the nose. But at first, when you want to do the nose for the first time, you always need reference. So for this illustration, I wanted to do Chuzo from Jujutsu Kaisen. He's my favorite character from Jujutsu Kaisen. I feel like I'm not the only one. I feel like we can all agree that season 2... I think we can all thank Mappa for season 2 of Jujutsu Kaisen, right? So for the illustration, I wanted to do like multiple poses of him. So I went to Pinterest. That's what I mainly use, Pinterest. Of course, you can have so many other websites. You can also like use Instagram or pictures in real life, or actually everything. Just be careful on Pinterest because, for example, if you use photography or like art, usually the artist is not credited, so that's not the best. But the best thing is when you like an image, just put the image on Google and then you can most of the time find where the original file has been uploaded and you can find the real artist. But anyway, that's just the main problem with Pinterest, is that you don't really see the credits very often. Anyway, you can still use it because it's pretty useful. And to find the reference you want, what I mainly do is I put the title, like the main title of what I want. For example, ears piercing, you're gonna have a few images. What I do is I just click on the one I like the most and then I just scroll down. When I'm doing this, I always end up finding the images I want, what I had in mind. Then what you want to do is, like I said before, you just do a little puzzle of all the images you want. It can also just not be something that you want to draw. It can be also just like an atmosphere or something. And then what I do, usually I go on my iPad, once I like downloaded all the pictures I wanted, and I just do a screenshot. So I have all the images on just one picture. And then I go to Procreate and I use the reference tool. As you can see, it's just right here. Now you have everything, so you can start the sketch. Part 2, the sketch. I don't really have any tips for the sketch, but just do it roughly. The sketch doesn't have to look pretty. It's supposed to look ugly at the beginning. That's part of the process. One thing I can recommend is like flipping the canvas pretty often, because if you flip it horizontally, you can then see the mistakes better. Part 3, the inking or line art process. I don't know how to call it. I personally always like to do a clean line art of my sketch, just to clean up things, and also it's easier for the coloring process after. But if you want to just go right away and paint over your sketch, that's up to you. It really depends on your art style and what results you want. On the sketch, I don't really focus on details. I really like to add them directly with the line art. And then part 4, the coloring part. Actually, I don't want this video to be too long, and I feel like there is so much to say with all the coloring part. I'm not really going to focus on this point. I'm just going to let you with the time-lapse video. But usually what I do is I put all the flat colors, like the skin, the hair and the clothes, on different layers. Then I alpha lock all the layers so I can directly like do the shadows on the same layer. But yeah, I think I'm gonna like do a whole video on just my coloring process. There's a lot to discuss, like how to choose the color, how to find the right color for the shadows, etc, etc. This is not going to be for today, but let me know in the comments if you want to learn more about it. What I can just tell you, just a little tip that I feel like is pretty nice. When I'm done with when I'm done with my illustration, I just duplicate the whole illustration, merge all the layers, like the skin, etc. I merge all the layers, and then I do a clipping mask on top of this, the blocking color. Like for example, I choose purple on this one, and then I just play with the settings of the layers. So you can put it in multiply if you want to make it more dark. You can put it, I don't even remember, I think soft light I did. I feel like it really like brings everything together. And here's the final result. That was just a short video on my drawing process. This was like for digital art, but I might do one for traditional art, even though it's pretty much the same, even though you cannot duplicate layers and alpha lock the layers. Anyway, that's pretty much the same idea, but let me know guys if you want one especially on traditional art. Yeah, this was my first ever YouTube video, talking to the camera and talking in English as well. Forgive my accent, by the way guys, please. So yeah, if you stayed that long, if you want to consider subscribing and liking, that would be appreciated. And also if you want to tell me in the comments what content you would like to have, or if you just have any ideas of video I could do. Thank you guys so much and see you in the next one. Bye!